Alright, hello everybody, and welcome back to Mass Effect Andromeda. Like I said at the end of the last part, we made it to Eos again. We have a few different missions to do.
My little event for everyone.
I got quite a few missions on this place.
Prodromos is suited up and ready to host.
Ready for the exchange, Pathfinder.
Grab your civvies. Going to get hot.
How did you do all this?
It didn't take much. A ball, flat ground. Hustle would start games at refugee camps. I didn't get it then, but after the attack here and the shit with Varan's rescue, I wanted to try something. Low tech. What do you think?
It's good to get people's minds off of all the crap we go through.
Not just that. I didn't do it to distract them. We don't get distracted. We go head on. When it's life or death, you have to. No one's living or dying because of this. They're here because they want to be. I didn't get how important that is. Maybe that choice is how we stop being outsiders. Check the play! Free kick for charging. No charge for matchmaking. What?
We're lucky to have you.
You better believe it. You too, Ryder. You're a jerk sometimes, but as Pathfinder, this is because of you. Switch up. Ready to get in the game?
Yeah, the Pathfinder should make an appearance. Try to keep up, Costa!
Don't count on it. I'm complete rubbish.
Yeah, I feel like he wouldn't run out there with all of his fucking armor, like... Jesus Christ. Like, especially this armor, right? Because, like, he has other armors. No, I don't. But, I mean, there are other armors that are a lot, like, sleeker. That, you know, you could see him maybe doing something like that in. But, like, this armor is so pokey and, like... I was going to say edgy, but I know that that's not exactly... I know that that can be taken the wrong way from what I meant it. Because I was going to say sharp, like pointy, but also not quite correct, you know? Rough, maybe?
I'm good. You're here. Yeah, so listen, she's only got a minute or two, and she's in rare form today, just to warn you. She's here kickstarting repopulation protocols, reversing the chemical procreation blockers for colonists. Calls it boosting the batter. She's gonna talk your ear off about your civic duty as a man.
That is what she's here to do. The woman takes her job seriously.
Hey, if you're cool with it. I mean, makes no never mind to me. No chance I'll ever oops a baby into the world.
Am I interrupting something?
Ah, Jill. About time. This is...
Save it. I asked you both to stop by, remember? Ryder? Pleasure. I know we're all very busy, so I have only one question for you.
Sure, go ahead.
What the hell did you do to him? It's like he's an adult or something. He can even have a mature conversation without it degrading into pot shots. Unless I take it there. What's your secret?
I sneaked into the stasis pods and switched him with another baby.
My boy's in good hands. Okay, you're both off the hook. So glad I got to meet you, Ryder.
Likewise.
I mean... Was it worth it? Eh. Alright, Cora, where did you need us to go? Up here, maybe? No, that's the signal on Eos. There's Cora's. Where's... Fuck, is it actually any closer if I fast travel there? Probably, right? Because, yeah, we have Cora's and we have the dissension in the ranks, which I don't actually remember how it plays out. Because, I mean, yes, these cat don't like the Archon, but I'm reasonably certain that they still don't like us either, is the thing. So, it's like, oh, man, that Archon, he's not doing what he's supposed to be. But I'm pretty sure what he's supposed to be is still,
Can't wait to see what the initiative
what's
makes of
the
this
word
planet.
they use? Ascending? No, that's not it. Whatever. They're still supposed to be converting everyone on this planet. So, I mean, yeah, they're real pricks about the Archon, but I mean... because, like, yeah, I don't know if we have a choice to make with them or not. Obviously, if the Archon is keeping them from contacting their homeworld, like, yeah, he's a real douchebag, but I mean, if their main goal is just to convert everyone in this cluster...
Here, ready to see what I've got?
Oh. Oh, oh. A lot different aiming than Wolfenstein.
So where's your mystery project?
Not far. The old outpost site. They left a few things behind.
Oh, steady.
Thanks. I can't lead the way unless you...
Spoil sport.
Dude, I flirted with her once at the beginning and then never again. Why are they going so hard?
Soil converter. No remnant terraformer, but it makes sandy dirt into something useful. Eventually. Add seeds, some rain, and you've got a garden.
That's right. You wanted a garden of your own.
It'll take years. I might not even see it. But that's okay. Asari think in centuries. Lay a foundation, then step away. Let it grow into something you might never expect. Pathfinder training was my foundation. Gave me a whole galaxy of directions I could go. I don't need someone else's plan. Just a good beginning. The first seeds of a garden. Or someone I need in my life.
Cora, I've been thinking. We should stick to being friends.
Oh.
We still make a great team. We shouldn't risk that for anything.
Right. The team. Still, lots to do. Could you help me with this? Just as my friend?
Sure.
Ready? 1, 2...
I don't know what they just did. I really don't. So yeah, apparently if you if you're gonna stick to one person being your romantic interest, do not flirt with anyone else, because Jesus Christ, they will not let it go. Like, God, clingy much, Cora. Like, we had one somewhat, I don't know, emotional, I guess, conversation, like, forever ago, and all of a sudden you're like, oh, we're in love. And it's like, well...
Looks clear.
Okay. Force a habit. I doubt that I actually needed to kill them to fast travel, but been playing Fallout recently, and to be fair, I was doing really well, you know, not getting the alert, and then yesterday when I was playing, I finally got the can't fast travel while enemies are nearby prompt. I had to hunt down a bunch of ghouls that were apparently right next to me. Also, there is a question mark on here, which I'm assuming is where we're going. So it probably wasn't there before then. But yeah, I don't remember this quest. Like, I did say, I think, at one point that I remembered there being, like, Ket that weren't with the Archon. I might have said something, like, to that effect, but... Or maybe that was just, like, I wish that there had been a Ket that, like, joined your team. Because, like, I do always enjoy the games like this where you know, you get like that one enemy that ends up joining you. Oh, this is like underground or some shit, isn't
My
it?
sensors are detecting Ket technology, Pathfinder.
Alright, now the question is where's the entrance to this cave? I mean, here's some rocks. Might be down here. That looks like a cave entrance over there. Yeah, it is. There we are. Let's see what we've got here.
Loot from our outposts. And an Ark escape pod?
We're all
Where did
clear.
they get that?
Doesn't matter. They're not keeping it.
We
Nope.
need an up-close scan.
Oh, I see you up there. Got him. Oh, there's another one up there as well. Oh, no, that may have just been the dead body. Who dares? Oh yeah, I also decided to get like a new ability, which is this. It just gives me like a shield that I can pull up whenever I feel like it. I changed it out because I wasn't really using pull all that often, but I do enjoy charging into the fights. And it did say something about reflecting projectiles, but like, I don't know if that was just like, oh, they won't hit you, and not so much they'll hit like the guy who shot them. I just need to find my way up there. But yeah, I figured that way, you know, when I decide to charge in, I can just be like, haha, and just go right in and not have to worry about it. Cause yeah, before in my first playthrough,
But there's nothing here. Just this beacon.
A bunch of proxies to hide a transmission's true location. Sounds like something I'd do if I wanted to speak out against you.
If it's all connected, then this beacon warrants a closer look.
Pathfinder, I have located another node on this network. Updating your Omni tool with the information.
okay.
I'm Victor. Another variant. Solarian. Reflexes were impressive.
Tiranhi R11 Holor. In need of assistance.
No longer aware of where it is. Dispose of it.
Sure we can't find a way to kill him again?
What was I talking about? I don't remember now. Oh, yeah, right. My skill. Yeah, so like the first time I went through, I got the barricade skill, which I think I used for a little bit at the beginning of this. But I also did a lot more cautious, I guess, approach to shit on my first
Watching
one.
the corners.
I doubt that I was
These
playing
caves
on
would be
any
good
higher
shelter
difficulty,
if people
but
need it.
At least it's cooler in here.
okay, well, let's actually go and explore up here first, just to see. But yeah, because I was a lot more tactical with it, whereas, you know, in this one, now that I know the game and everything, I'm just like, fuck it, let's go, bring it, just charge in. And let's see.
Looks like they found it drifting and brought it here.
I'm not able to extrapolate point of origin, Pathfinder.
But the Ark could be intact, like the Hyperion.
Let's hope so.
Yeah, so I think that's one of the Solarian escape pods. I mean, we've already found all the Arks, so it's weird that he's like, let's hope it's intact. I mean, as long as it wasn't a Turian pod, you know it is. If it's a Turian pod, well, then you know it isn't. But yeah, Barricade was good. It's the one where you just place like a bit of cover in front of you, basically, and it comes with a bunch of perks and that. It's, or no, I guess that isn't his ability. I was gonna say it's kind of like
Would you
Roland's
rather,
ability
would you
from
rather?
Borderlands, but I guess
That's
it's just that
cold,
he had the
Cora.
turret, and then the turret could get the shield. His ability wasn't just the shield. But anyway, yeah. It, I need to go up for this one. Apparently. It's an alright ability, but it does, lend more to a cautious playthrough, or a slower playthrough. Odds are it would help a lot more on higher difficulties. I think, like, I don't know how good this barrier is, but odds are the one that takes power cells, for one thing, Barricade does take power cells, which is just like another thing to resource manage, and remains stationary. Odds are that one's going to be a lot stronger than the one that you can bring up at any point and move with, you know? But yeah, there's really very little reason. I don't know. Well, I was going to say there's very little reason to play on a higher difficulty, but to be fair, I think that's pretty much every game. So, like, unless there's an achievement, I'm not fucking doing it, so... I don't know who has the freezing grenade. Might be one of Liam's.
Let's see where
Also,
this
who are
beacon
you
leads us.
fighting? Odds are this is gonna hurt. Oh, no, it's just... Alright, so we need to... disable this first. Which is probably this thing, right? Looks like it's connected to it. Boop. Ah, there we are.
Pathfinder, I have located another node on this network. Updating your Omni tool with the information.
Okay. The next one is still on EOS, which is good. Do I have a faster? If it's actually down there, it honestly probably wouldn't be that much faster to
Dracarian's War?
use the fast
Black and
travel.
white one?
Nope.
What about Heart of Sirius?
Nope.
Okay.
Who can live this long and miss that many classics?
Must be a talent.
I mean, you say that, but I mean, for the most part, classics revolve around somebody else showing them to you. Like, there's a lot of movies that I haven't seen that are considered classics, but, you know, unless somebody
The Black Rock
has
still comes and
shown
goes.
them.
You've evened out the weather, but I wouldn't call reception clear. EOS still feels frontier. Claimed, but not tamed, we like to say.
Sure. Like, until I met my one friend Morgan, there was, like, he showed me a lot of movies I had never seen, and he's like, oh, they're classics, and it's like, I don't fucking know. It's like, never heard of them, I mean, because unless they're movies that people that you know watch, I mean, because, like, how many people, granted, nowadays, you know, with the internet, obviously, there's a lot less effort involved in keeping up with what is considered a classic, because, you know, it gets mentioned every once in a while. But, like, for the most part, classics, unless somebody mentions them, you're not gonna, like, stumble across them, you know? Because generally classic means no longer in production. Ow. Who the fuck made me go boom? But yeah, like I said, classics generally mean no longer in production. There's no way, right? Is he actually in the shield? He is not. Dumbass. So yeah, now granted, what my friend Morgan considers classics, probably a lot of other people wouldn't. I mean, it was a lot of Dolph Lundgren and Van Damme movies that he showed me, but like Big Trouble in Little China, I didn't ever saw that until he showed it to me. Now I think I own that movie. But it's just because, like, it's movies that, like, people that I knew didn't
Looks like
watch.
that's it for hostiles.
So it
Let's
was
see what
never
this
ones
beacon
that I
has for
heard
us.
of, you know? Like, even if they had seen it, they wasn't one that they're, like, interested in personally, so they don't bring it up, right? Oh my god, a fourth relay.
Pathfinder, I have located another node on this network.
But yeah, then there's also, like, a bunch of movies that's like, oh, they're classics, and you watch them and it's like, why is this a classic? Like The Godfather, that movie was boring as fuck. Like, good Christ. And I've heard that the second Godfather is better, but I refuse to watch it because it's just as long as the first one, and I didn't like the first one, so I don't want to go through that.
You hear or you watch low budget action.
Or what is it, like Citizen Kane
Either way,
and the
hunters
fucking, like,
hunt.
Rosebud
They
sled.
sabotage. They do
No interest. I've
assassinations.
never seen that either. I have no interest in watching it.
And that was all
Fucking
fun.
go and watch Starship
Yeah.
Troopers again
Hunt
before I
down
ever watch
anti-citadel
that. Just the
fanatics,
first one,
or
not the
let
second. The
crisis
second one was
response mop
bad.
up the blood later.
Never watched the third
That's
one.
not a choice.
I have a feeling the third one's a lot better than the second one for Starship Troopers, just because, like, it has, like, the original cast back in it. And while the fact that the original cast wasn't in the second one doesn't make it a bad movie. I mean, even with the original cast, the second one would have been a bad movie because the second one was just basically trying to be The Thing. And it didn't do a very good job. Or maybe it was just like, while I was watching it, and it was trying so hard to be the thing. I was just watching it thinking I could just watch the thing and get like a better experience. Because I mean, there are some movies like that where they're like so similar to another movie that it's like I could just watch the other movie that they really wanted this to be. Oh.
The transmission is strong and unobstructed here, Pathfinder.
Looks like we found it then.
Okay, well, if we found it, let's do this, because odds are there'll be a few more guys here. One big guy down. Oh, hello. Oh, nice, I did it. That's amazing. So you can interrupt melee attacks if you time your shield deployment right. And I think that's what just happened there. It was pure luck. I was purely putting that up because he was about to fire his minigun into my face, and I'm like, well, let's see if it actually does reflect the damage. And instead he went to punch me as I did it. So that's awesome that I managed that. I will say that there's a lot of skills in this game, and I played around with so few of them.
Well, we found it. This looks like a comm console. It's probably what's sending out the messages.
That's it then. End of the line.
And so you have found me. You are a single-minded creature, Pathfinder. I see it now. Your determination will grant the Ket dominion over this galaxy.
Determination is a personality trait, not a genetic one. Not that personality is something you understand. Or have.
You waste time on pettiness. I did not reveal myself as a traitor easily. I did so only because I seek a mutual benefit.
Getting rid of the Archon.
The Archon's obsession with the Remnant incites chaos and endangers all we've worked for. This must end.
I take it you need my help for this?
I am Ket. I do not need help. I would use you as a tool to hasten the Archon's destruction. I need only ensure nothing stands between you and your target. Once he is cut down, the Remnant will cease to be a concern. We will complete our purpose here and leave.
Yeah, exaltation.
That's what it's called.
One day you will be family. Till then, fight if you must. But I offer a reprieve from this conflict, so you could destroy a mutual enemy.
It'll give us an ace in our back pocket. Just make sure the gun's loaded when we use it.
Deals with the devil always end badly. I don't want to end badly.
Why do you oppose the Archon?
The Archon says he will use Meridian to dominate this cluster. He says Meridian will bring us victory. We have never needed Remnant to be victorious. No, he wants more. His ambition is plain. I am not alone in this thought.
What exactly do I get from this deal?
Sometime soon, I will be called upon by the Archon to destroy you. When that time arrives, I will provide you with the means to disable my ship.
Or you could just leave me alone.
And should you fail to bring down the Archon, my treachery will be exposed.
Ket manipulation at its finest.
Alright, so now there's really no reason So, like, here's the thing, right? Here's my thinking on this. Is either way, we're going to kill the Archon. So, like, the thing with the Archon is he doesn't want to get into communication with the Ket homeworld because he knows that what he's doing is against what they want him to do. So, if we take him out, then he's going to reestablish communication, or this guy would reestablish communication with them, which would obviously be bad. Now, if we take just the Archon out, this guy gets power. If we take his deal and take the Archon out, this guy gets power. Now, either way, odds are we're going to have to deal with this guy in a future game, assuming that the next Mass Effect that they say they're working on is a continuation from this, which, God, I hope so much. And I looked it up. There's absolutely no reason not to take this deal in this game.
Fine. Anything that'll help me kill the Archon.
During our next clash, I shall lower my ship's defenses and allow you to use a kill code to disable it. I have transmitted the code to the console in this room. I bid you goodbye, Pathfinder. We will not speak again.
Because, I mean, here's the thing, right? Like I said, I honestly can't see what a negative effect of that could be. Like, there just doesn't really seem to be a negative downside to this. Like, even for, like, future consequences, it's like, oh, deals with the devil always end bad. It's like, okay, but this is a deal to kill a mutual enemy, and all it is like, oh, when we need to fight you, we won't. Like, that's the deal that he's giving us. So it does make, like, the final mission a little bit easier to take it, which I imagine, once again, they would have some form of negative consequence in a future game. Oh, fuck, I forgot to look that up. But that's fine. Okay, so that's all we got left. We don't really have time to do it, though. We'll go back to the ship and see if I got any new emails or something about the movie night.
Ascent is go.
But yeah, I imagine that they would have some kind of negative side effect
Leaving
with it
Apple. All clear.
in a future game, but I honestly don't know what it could be. I mean, you worked with them once before, so maybe that wouldn't be, maybe not taking the deal would be a negative side effect in the future. Maybe taking the deal is what gets you the good effect in the future, or for a future game, because since you've dealt with them once already, he might be more likely to deal with you again or something. Should have said hello. No. Okay, Garden to Rider from Cora. Thanks again for coming with me. If you want to know the plants we seeded, handful of water, platform rannoch, Thessian blossom, Glacian lilac flower on Eden Prime, and a few others. All right. Don't want to talk face to face, but there are things I want to say or it'll eat at me. Won't say it didn't hurt, but being hurt is something I know how to deal with. You respected me enough to be honest, that matters. The fight goes on, I'll be there for it 100% because that matters too. Ryder, after our last discussion, Sam and I thought it best if we both took a crash course in AI history to gain a better understanding of each other's perspectives. It's been immensely helpful in finding common ground, but also for highlighting the differences between Sam and the Geth. The Geth didn't need the Quarians to survive, but Sam cannot carry out his primary functions without a Pathfinder. I still don't like that Sam has the ability to stop your heart, but I no longer have nightmares about him getting trigger happy with your life. Alright.
Hello.
Now, he does have an amount of control over my body, so I don't know if he could, in theory, override, like, my consciousness or not. I doubt it, but you never know. But yeah, that, by the looks of it, will be the end of this part. Next part, we'll head over to Kadara, talk to Vetra, go to the Nexus, do Carrie's quest, and then the next part may be insanely short if that's all there is. Like, if we don't get anything else along the way, I'll look up about the remnant cores, because I am very curious about that, but don't expect too much. It might just be that we get another one during the main quest, which wouldn't surprise me since we are going to Meridian, which is a whole remnant thing. So thanks everybody for watching, and I will see you on Saturday for more.